I want to welcome you back. I want to chat about a few things. I actually did a video, well actually a faceless video, speaking about being drained. I speak about this a lot because it's very much real to me. And I have to say that I was taught early by my parents about how the energies of other people can definitely drain you down. But one of the most effective ways to keep this from happening is to be yourself. Never shrink yourself down to another person's level or down to their wavelength just to be accepted into their company or into that particular group. What I said in that faceless video was pretty much what I'm saying now, but I'll use different examples. Say, for example, you're invited out to go to a social gathering. And when you get there, you're sociable, you smile. You don't have any bad attitude or bad energy. But you can decipher already what's going on around you. And you can see how it's not really authentic. You see a man who is talking to a young lady, and you can tell that he doesn't have anything on his mind worthwhile. He just has one thing on his mind. But because he was invited to the function through mutual friends, she drops her guard more with him. And you can see where this is going because he's succeeding. Not hating, but that's just the way it is. You see someone else who sees an owner of a company that employs many people. They're not engaging in that conversation because they enjoy what they're talking about. That one person is trying to get next to that person, not only just to get a job, but to get the perks and the favors that come with being a friend with somebody who's so wealthy. I always say this term: hidden motivations and secret agendas. I'm not saying everybody has them, but many people, when they see you, they begin to scan you, size you up, and try to figure out what they can get from you, if not now, down the road. So this is why when I'm around a lot of people, or even it can be just a handful, and they're on automatic with what they have in their mind, and they're talking at you, not with you. You're gaining nothing from the conversation, even though you have a lot to offer. It should be an exchange, but they're beating you down with all of these different things that are in their mind. They're just using you as a receptacle for their mental clutter and their mental junk. That's not an exchange. Relationships come in different forms. So when you have a romantic relationship, you have a neighborly relationship, you have a friendly relationship, you have a work relationship, all of these different types of relationships can be abused. And what's going to happen to your energy when it's abused? You get drained. Whenever you see that you're leaving the company of certain individuals or groups, and you feel so tired, and you feel so out of yourself, it's because you've been drained. And it's going to take a little time to recuperate. And it doesn't mean, well, it's a physical recuperation where you just get one night of sleep and that's it. No. You have to be still, you have to be quiet, and you have to recharge and regain connectedness to yourself. Because so many people see you as this bundle of energy that they can just swoop down and take what they need, take what they want, as though they're at an all-you-can-eat buffet. It doesn't work like that in real life. Not in your favor, but they see it that way. So this is why you're going to have to put up boundaries, not by saying don't talk to me, but know how to judge the distance between that energy that's so draining and your storehouse of unlimited energy, which is really limited. Judging the distance. I always refer to the sport of boxing. And in boxing, You have to be able, before you deliver a blow, is to put yourself at the proper distance so that when you execute that blow, it lands right on point. If you're a bad judge of distance to your opponent, and you're a little bit too far from the opponent, and you begin to throw the combination or throw the punch, it's not going to reach them. They can't hit what they can't see if they try to hit you and you're at the right distance. So you keep yourself at a safe distance and get within range when you see fit and time it right, land your blow, and back out where they can't hit you. That's too much work. But when you have to endure social functions, lunch break, lunchroom, conversations on the job, people around you, whether they live near you or not, that you have no choice to deal with, but you do have a choice. You can build a nice tall wall and keep them on the other side of it where you don't even have to see or hear them. Certain things you can do. You have to fight to keep your peace of mind. You have to fight to keep your energy. And there's so many ways for us to have our energy leaked and to be drained. Like I said, when you smile and you really don't want to, you're performing. You're not being yourself. You're being taken out of yourself to satisfy the expectations of someone else. You could be in a relationship and doing things that you really don't wish to do, right? I mean, there's certain things, courtesies and things that you will do, but you go out together and they're expecting you to act a certain way around people that you don't vibe with. You have a choice to not be around them. You don't have to be. There's no law saying that you have to allow yourself to be drained for the betterment of everybody else, and they walk away full and happy and satisfied with your energy. No. And there are people who will be very angry when you don't open yourself up for this group buffet. I can see it a mile away. I have been around groups that the ones who were controlling the group did not like the fact that I was standoffish. Yes, I was on purpose, yes. Because I'm not throwing myself into this thing and lowering the intensity of my thoughts, the clarity of my thoughts. I'm like a sharp knife cutting through my day. I always get my stuff done. You see how peaceful it is behind me and around me? My mind is with me. My mind is not to be controlled by other people's, and I'm not saying it's bad. Reach out to me. My number's out there. But there are people who will throw you unnecessary text messages, unnecessary voicemails, unnecessary emails. Now, you're focusing on your day, what you have to get done, and you're bombarded with all of this stuff. And they expect you to react to it, but then you're abandoning your plan. And you look around and the day is over and you got nothing done for yourself. It's easy to get caught up in being drained by the advances of others when you don't have a plan for your day. When I wake up every day, it may not go like that every day, but I will say to myself, what is it that I plan to accomplish for this day? And immediately, I do what I need to do for myself. Other things can wait. I wash myself, I groom myself, I feed myself. If I have to listen to something that puts me in the mindset of what I have to do creatively, I'm going to do it. But oftentimes, many people think they can just ring you. Now, if it's an emergency, that's cool. But they think they can just ring you and you jump and you run to what they throw out. Like you're a bird and they're throwing crumbs and you flock down and you dance to the beat of their drummer. No. I must get my stuff done first, and I will. And many do not like that because it shows that you cannot be controlled. I will not be controlled. If I do something for someone, it's because I want to do it for them, but not because I've been manipulated into doing it for them. No way. You have to keep yourself topped off, because when you allow people to drain you a little bit every day, it doesn't mean you're going to refill. If you don't know how to, you'll wake up not at 100%, but you'll wake up at 53%. And what if that day demands 67% out of you by what you can't control? You'll be in the negative. I don't deal with anything or anybody until I'm back at 100%. And I'm protecting that 100%. So if it drops down a little bit, Because you will deal driving on the road, somebody cuts you off, you get pissed off maybe. But the main thing is to not get emotional. You have to think like an assassin. People say, well, what do you mean by that, Scurv? An assassin? They kill people. No, I'm not trying to say kill people, but kill their selfish intentions on your life. Kill it. Stop it. You already see 2, 4, 6, 8. You know 10 is coming. You already can see it in the person's eyes or hear it in their voice. You're supposed to be able to spend time with yourself enough to be able to develop your sense and spirit of discernment. Animals have it. Lizards have it. I try to sneak up on these lizards even before they look at me. They go. We have that. But we're so distracted by all of the noise around us. You pick up the phone and it grabs your attention. There's some people I know that are on their phone all day long, just sending me messages. What are they doing for their day? At their funeral, at their homegoing services, what's their family going to say? Well, they spent a life of sending messages to other people. What a fruitful life. No. I'm here to breathe and engage. Even when I shut this camera off, I'm going to sit out here under the sun. I'm going to look at the beautiful view around me and on the other side of the house in front of me. I'm good. I'm already at 100% and I'm keeping it that way. You have to think that way. All people are not negative. Sometimes they will drain you, and they're very nice people, but you still can't allow them to drain you. Every time you deal with any entity outside of yourself, you still have to walk away feeling good. Because when you're constantly drained, that ages you. It's an unseen battle. It ages you. Some people that you deal with or may have to deal with, guaranteed they're going to be there to drain you. Let them keep their stuff to themselves. You keep yourself full. You keep yourself physically rested, hydrated, mentally stimulated for the right things that are going to take you to a higher level, and spiritually aware and strong. If I don't feel strong, I stay home, which is my own personal hospital, my own personal spa, my own personal gym, my own personal restaurant, my own personal place where I can go out and take a bath in nature. I mean a bath with the trees and the fruits and the sun and no one else around me. To recharge. But never let anybody drain your charge before you have to recharge. For you to have to recharge, I meant to say. It's a very, very important thing, because don't you think as you get chronologically older, if you don't understand these practices, you'll be done by the time you hit a certain chronological age. You'll be done. How they say it? You'll be tore up. Translation, you'll be torn up. You'll be walking around drained, weak, and somebody will say, oh, it's because you're old. No, it's because you had the wrong practices. Because if that's the definition of old, guess what? I know some people who are 25 years old and old, 30 years old and old. They made dumbass mistakes in their life, and now they have to face the consequences of it and toil in the system and allow themselves to be drained. Then they turn to different substances, drugs, alcohol, crazy sex, whatever it may be, and they're way off track. They're not centered. They're not producing anything. They're just on the hamster wheel of life, in that matrix. That's where they find themselves. You don't want to find yourself there. You want to be independent. You want to be vibrant. You want to be topped off, where when you wake up in the morning and you look out on the world, you say, man, this is a wonderful life. Let's see what I'm going to do today, productive of what I need to do. And you use your energy for yourself, and don't let people drag you into their madness. I'm good dodging that stuff. They will manufacture issues and problems and challenges and bring it to you. And if you're foolish and you dive in to settle their stuff and they sit back, and let you get drained. And every time they come with something, or they want to bring their own worry and doubt to you. So if you have an issue in your life, a challenge that I say, here they come. What are you going to do now? Well, and you already know you conquered the issue, but they're digging up other aspects of it to try to, and they're sitting back and watching you to see if you're getting upset or getting worried. They want to see you. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I need to worry about, and if this happens, then that might happen. And you're, oh my God. And they're sitting back feeling so good because that's the way they are. And they want you to worry like them. See, me, I show concern over the many challenges, not problems, but the challenges that come my way. Concern is a limited time. Worry is like a fire out of control. And that's a way of draining you perpetually. They leave you with your mind all torn up. They go home and they go to sleep real good. And you're sitting up in the middle of the night worrying. They come back the next day and they bring the same thing back up. No. I'm like a cell phone. I'm like a smartphone. Put me on my charger. Put me on the charger of my home, where I have nature. See, and that's the beauty of the sun. Everybody has the right to have sunlight. Nobody blocks the sun from me. Everybody can stand on the earth and look up and get the sun and get the charge and get the spiritual downloads. Everybody. But they don't. They in their phone. Whoop. Looking at what man and other people have put out for them for a certain effect of control. Right now, I'm vibrating so high. People just can't swoop in unless I allow them to come in. No, those days are over. I just want to share those words with you. Let me know what you think. Vibrate high, protect yourself at all times. You'll always come out the winner. And you'll always come out of whatever's thrown at you unscathed. Always. Much love to you all. On to the next one. LanceScurv out. Peace.